my little friends. Nice to see you once again.
Hello.
I am Miss Etta.
And I'm Mr. Mike. Today, we are going to go to a concert where classical music will be playing.
დღეს ჩვენ უნდა წავიდეთ კლასიკური მუსიკის კონცერტზე.
But first, let's learn 10 new words to help us when we go to the concert.
მანამდე კი ვისწავლოთ 10 ჩვენთვის სასარგებლო სიტყვა. კონცერტზე რო გამოგვადგება.
So first, we have musical instruments. Musical instruments. These are objects that you can play music on.
Musical instruments. მუსიკალური ინსტრუმენტები.
Then we have musician. Musician. This is somebody who plays musical instruments. Musician.
მუსიკოსი.
Then we have orchestra. This orchestra is a large collection of musicians playing different instruments. Orchestra.
ორკესტრი.
Then we have drum. Drum. This is a round musical instrument with a cover that you can hit with your hands or with sticks. Drum.
Drum, დოლი ან დასარტყმელი ინსტრუმენტი.
Then we have trumpet. Trumpet. This is a metal instrument that you play by blowing into it and it makes big sounds. Trumpet.
საყვირი.
And piano. Piano. This you play with your fingers and it makes a nice twinkling sound.
Yes.
Piano.
პიანინო. Next one.
Now we have a violin. A violin. This is a wooden instrument that we play with a bow and it has strings that make a lovely, gentle sound. It's a violin.
Please repeat these words after Mr. Mike and violino.
Then we have cello. Cello. This is a wooden instrument like a big violin. And it stands up and you play it like this with very deep sounds. Cello.
Cello, ქართულადაც cello-ა. ძალიან ხშირად ბევრი სიტყვა მეორდება, როგორც ინგლისურში, ასევე ქართულში. Cello და ქართულადაც cello-ა.
And then we have flute. Flute. This is a musical instrument that makes sounds with air vibrations. You blow into it and use your fingers. It's a flute.
Φλέιτα. Flute, φλέιτα.
And now my favorite instrument, it's a guitar. Guitar. You play it like this, it has 6 strings.
Yes, it has 6 strings.
And it makes lots of noise. Guitar.
Guitar, gitara. And now we are ready to go to the
Concert!
That was amazing.
It was so good.
Yes. And you know what? One day, my friend Kate and her family went to the concert. And then she wrote me a letter about her experience. But something interesting is in her letter. Some of the words are not written. They are drawn. And we together should guess these words.
That sounds so interesting, Miss Eto. Do you mind if I read the letter?
Oh, yes. And now look at the screen and you can see letter from Kate.
Excellent. So, dear Eto,
It's me.
one Saturday, my family and I went to a classical music concert. The something was ready to play. The something was ready to play. Let's look at the picture and see if we can work out what was ready to play.
So can you give the definition to our kids once again?
Of course I can.
It's like
yes.
it will be a little hint.
It's lots of people and they all have different musical instruments that they're playing. What do we think that is? Ooh, you think it's an orchestra?
Let's check.
Let's check.
Oh, it is. Perfect. Good job.
The orchestra was ready to play.
Perfect.
There were many, let's look at that picture. Many, I think I can see something that you make a loud noise on.
Yes.
Something that you can play like this. Something that makes beautiful sounds. And my favorite, what do we think that is? You think it's musical instruments?
Let's
check.
That's right. Perfect.
Good job. There were many musical instruments.
Perfect. Let's continue.
There was a big, round, yellow and blue something. There was a big, round, yellow and blue something. Let's look at the picture and what do we think that is? You think it's a drum?
Let's check. Yes, it is. Perfect.
There was a big, round, yellow and blue drum. One man in a suit was playing a huge black... What? He was playing a huge black... You think it's a piano? Let's check.
It is. Perfect.
So one man in a suit was playing a huge black piano. The something were long and silver. The something were long and silver. Now, I think they make a sound through air vibration and blowing. What do we think that is?
Long and silver. Long, you remember, არის გრძელი, silver კი ვერცხლისფერი. So, let's listen to our kids. And you think they are flutes? Let's check. Wow, super! The flutes were long and silver. That's right.
So the flutes were long and silver. Now, the something were gold and noisy. These look like they're metal instruments that you can blow into again, and they're noisy. So what do we think?
But they are not silver.
Oh,
they are
gold. Yes.
And they are trumpets. Let's check. Trumpets. Perfect.
Good job. The trumpets were gold and noisy. So now we have a picture of two people, and they seem to be playing musical instruments.
Hello.
Cellos. So some were holding something. So some, what do we think? Yes.
Musicians.
Musicians. And what were they holding? They were holding wooden instruments that make a beautiful sound.
Very beautiful sound. And they are, let's check.
Violins.
Yes.
That's right. Some musicians were holding violins. In front of the stage.
In front of. Do you remember that preposition? In front of. Stage არის სცენა, in front of არის წინ, ესე იგი სცენის წინ.
One woman was playing a big brown, and that looks like it's a wooden instrument. So what do we think that is? A big brown. You think it's a cello? Let's check.
Correct.
Good job.
Good job.
In front of the stage, one woman was playing a big brown cello. The music was so beautiful. It was exciting. Love, Kate. That was such a beautiful letter. That was really nice.
And interesting too.
So interesting.
That's great. And now it's grammar time. ეხლა კი გრამატიკის დრო დადგა. ჩვენ ვიცით, რომ მრავლობით რიცხვში სიტყვებს არსებით სახელებს ემატება დაბოლოება s ან es. For example, let's recall plural. For example, let's take one trumpet, 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 but two trumpets. Two trumpets. So we just add s. Trumpet and trumpets. And do you remember the endings s, double s, ch, sh, x, o, s, double s, ch, sh, x, o. გახსოვთ ეს დაბოლოებები და ამ იმ დროს ჩვენ დავამატეთ es. სიტყვა რომელიც მთავრდება o-ზე ემატება es. მოდით გავიხსენოთ კიდევ ერთხელ. For example, one potato. So one trumpet, I will write one trumpet and one potato. But four potatoes. Four potatoes. Four potatoes. So, and in this case we add es. გახსოვთ ხო? სიტყვა რომელიც მთავრდება o-ზე, მას ემატება es. მოდით კიდე ერთი მაგალითი გავაკეთოთ. One tomato, tomato, but for example, 5 tomatoes. Yes, 5 tomatoes.
That's a lot of tomatoes.
Yeah, 5 tomatoes. ერთი პომიდორი და 5 პომიდორი და ემატება იქიდან გამომდინარე რომ დამთავრდა o-ზე და ემატა es. მაგრამ არის გამონაკლისი, როცა სიტყვა მთავრდება o-ზე, არსებითი სახელი მხოლობით რიცხვში მთავრდება o-ზე, მაგრამ es არ ემატება. აი ზუსტად აი ამ დაბოლოებებზე ვიმუშავებ ჩვენ დღეს. მოდით ამას წავშლი ახლა და დავწერ ამ სიტყვებს, რომელსაც უკვე es-ი არ ემატება. არამედ პირდაპირ უნდა დავამატოთ s. კონკრეტული წესი ამ სიტყვებთან დაკავშირებით არ არის. უბრალოდ უნდა დავიმახსოვროთ. Video, video, and we just add s plus S, not ES, and we get videos. დააკვირდით? მიუხედავად იმისა, რომ დამთავრდა O-ზე, ჩვენ მაინც დავამატეთ მხოლოდ S. გამონაკლისია და იმიტომ. დავიმახსოვროთ ეს სიტყვები. Radio, radio, video, radio. დააკვირდით, ძალიან გავს ეს სიტყვები ქართულს. Radio plus just S, and again we in the plural we get this. Radios, okay? Not ES. In this case, we do not use ES. Next one is photo. Photo. Oh, I'm sorry. Photo. Photosურათი, photo, and we add again only S, and we get photos. So you can write down these words. Please take your pen or pencil, your notebook, and write down these words, okay? აიღეთ კალამი, აიღეთ ან ბლოკნოტი, ან რვეული და ჩამოწერეთ ეს სიტყვები და ისწავლეთ. Videos, radios, photos, or hippo. Hippo. Hippopotami. საყვარელი ცხოველი, a huge animal, რომელსაც ასევე უბრალოდ უნდა დავუმატოთ S და გამოგვივა hippos, okay? Rhino. It's also the animal, a rhino, yes, with a big horn. Do you remember horn? გახსოვთ რქა? წინა გაკვეთილზე ვისწავლეთ და rhino არის მარტო რქა, ცხოველი, რომელსაც ასევე მრავლობით რიცხვში დაემატება უბრალო დაბოლოება S, and we get, I will write from the beginning, plus S, and we get rhinos. Yes, and of course, because of the fact that our lesson is about the musical instrument, it is the piano. So the last word will be piano, and in this case we also add only S and not ES. And not ES, so we get pianos. So once again, video, videos, radio,
Radios.
photo,
Photos.
hippo,
Hippos.
rhino,
Rhinos.
piano,
Pianos.
and we add only S, not ES,
So now, let's practice.
on these endings.
So, we're going to practice with these pictures, and we're going to write the words in plural using these endings, S or ES. So, write the words in plural using these endings, S or ES.
დაწერეთ სიტყვები მრავლობით რიცხვში. გამოიყენეთ დაბოლოება S ან ES. აი, რაზეც ახლა ვიმუშავეთ. რამოდენიმე მაგალითი გავაკეთოთ. Please.
So we have 4, and this is a radio. So we have 4 of them. So what would we write here? Yes, radios. And that's just with the S.
Just with S. Okay, radius, not ES.
And now this is a hippo. Hippo. So we have 3 hippos. And how do we write that? Yes, with the S.
That's right. So we write H, I, double P. We know this, how we call this, double P, O, and only S, not ES. Perfect.
And this is a potato. Potato. So we have 5 potatoes.
1 potato, 2
potato, 3 potato, 4. And how are we going to write that? What do you think? Yes. This time we're using ES.
Potato, and we write ES, potato, potatoes.
And then,
Zoo.
where we keep lots of animals, a zoo. So we have 2 of them. So what are we going to write here? What do we think? Yes.
Zoo. Just
Zoos.
S. Zoos. Just S. Perfect.
Good job.
So, and now I think it's time for homework.
Hey, it's homework time. We have 2 pieces of homework today. And the first one is to describe each musical instrument. So describe each musical instrument.
Describe. ეს სიტყვა ჩვენ უკვე ვიცით, აღწერეთ. აღწერას ნიშნავს, აღწერეთ მოცემული მუსიკალური ინსტრუმენტები. So you can see a drum, you can see a trumpet, and you can see a flute. And let's do the first example together.
Perfect. So here we can see a drum. And so we'd write in the title.
First we write the title. So the first line is for the title. And we write a
Drum.
drum.
And what can we see about this drum? Well, we know it's round. So we could write that it's round.
So we can do it now and write round because it is the example. It is round.
And we can see that it is yellow,
Okay,
blue,
yes.
and red.
So we can write the colors, or is it huge or tiny? Do you remember these words from the previous lesson? Huge and tiny. So is our drum huge or tiny? Yes, it is huge. And we can write huge as well, or as Mr. Mike said, we can write the colors. So, and
There you can do the rest of them at home.
yes, that's right. So what about the second one?
This one, you're going to be writing the words in plural. So we're writing the words in plural using S or ES. Using S or ES.
Specifically with the words which are with the O, you can see. So that's it. სიტყვები მრავლობით რიცხვში და გამოიყენეთ S ან ES დაბოლოება, რაზე ჩვენ დღეს ვიმუშავეთ. For example, tomato and tomato. So we add S or ES. That's right. Tomatoes we write with ES. And I will show you the example. We write tomatoes with ES.
And you can do the rest of those at home. Don't forget to send your homework to the address on the screen.
თქვენი საშინაო დავალება კი გამოგიგზავნეთ ეკრანზე მითითებულ მისამართზე. Bye!
Bye kids, see you next time.